Hey guys, Lana Scott, Lighthouse. So, I did a very incredible reading this morning. I sat down and meditated for a while. I had my candle going, and the reading was different than those I'd been getting. And it was kind of something that was talking about like for over a week, and talking about spiritual enlightenment and the universe talking to you, and just all these higher consciousness messages, okay? And so this afternoon, when I got home from work, because I don't have to go pick up my friend Oliver until a little bit later, so I laid down, because a lot of times I get messages when I'm just totally relaxing. But I got up after about 45 minutes, and Santero did a message today, did a reading for Sagittarius. And a lot of what came through in her reading was a lot of what I picked up this morning. So I kind of wanted to talk about it because I was getting a lot of intuitive hits while she was doing her reading. So, because she was talking about the universe wanting, she said it's the Sagittarius reading, but guys, I mean, she can put whatever, she, does it according to the zodiac, but a lot of us that are members of her subscriber list all feel the same way, that her messages aren't meant just for each zodiac. Her messages are more collective, okay? But she doesn't do them as collective. She does them as zodiac signs, which is fine, okay? So you've got everything in your chart anyway, so everyone's got a little bit of everything, even if you don't have something directly in each house. We all are part of the stars, part of the earth, part of the, the universe. So you're going to have a little bit of all those zodiac signs in your, well, we say in your chart, but inside of you, because all of us are a collective. So what I was picking up on while she was doing her reading was, because she was talking about something about the future too, and I've been getting intuitive hits about passed on loved ones, messages from the angels and the spirit guides. I've been getting messages on or pictures of people and places that I have no clue who they are. I'm hoping that when I talk about them, they will resonate with someone at some time. Nothing I'm doing right now with my readings or with anything has a specific time on it, okay? Some of them feel like they'll be like for like 7 to, like this morning the reading felt like the energy of like the next 7 to 10 days. But in my mind, it's, if it resonates for you at that time, then it's yours at that time, okay? Because as humanity, we're all going forward. If you're still on this plane of existence, you are a survivor. You have learned something, and you are still here. Therefore, you still have things you can do. You still have a reason and a purpose for being here. And I have said that from day one, especially from anyone that has survived any kind of trauma and has learned a lot of lessons. As long as you're still on this planet, you're still learning, you're still going forward, you still have something to teach, something to learn. Does that make sense? So what I'm getting from her message now is that there's still more things that we need to talk about, that we need to realize about going into the future. And folks, I don't know if any of y'all, y'all hear me sometimes talk about the homeless camps and stuff, and there's a lot of it, folks. And it's not just the United States, it's fucking everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? So, and as a collective, we should care about each other, because we're all human. We all bleed red. We all come from the same source. Okay? So some of the hits, intuitive hits that I was getting while she was doing her reading, I kept feeling something about the angels and the spirit guides and passed on loved ones. Rather they've been recent, or they're someone in your family that's been looking out for you from the others on the other side for your whole life. Or maybe even what I call a lineage angel, maybe some spirit guide or angel or passed on loved one, ancestor that's been watching your family tree. They haven't come, or maybe they have come back and lived another lifetime, but their soul, their higher self, is keeping an eye on the family. You know what I'm saying? So what I was also picking up on was that as we go into the future, from the present right now, 2023, and into the future, the people that have special gifts, that are trying to help other people, that are trying to help humanity as a collective, the more of those of us that become spiritually awakened, and our special gifts come through, and for those of us that use them and try to help other people, the more the angels, the spirit guides, the ancestors, passed on loved ones, your guardian angel, lineage angel, any spiritual help that you have is going to be definitely in the universe too, giving you messages. When I talk about the universe, I mean spirit guides, angels, all those passed on loved ones. Any kind of spiritual help on the other side of the ether. Okay? So I was just getting this really strong sense of the veil being even thinner, and them being closer than ever, and trying to help those of us with special, everyone's got special abilities, but whether you use it or not, it's a different story, right? You know what I'm saying? So as we go into the future and they try to guide us more, because there are going to be a lot of more traumas that affect humanity as a whole, bad weather, problems with government, diseases that pop up, just things that affect everybody, not just, different, like, for example, different weather patterns. Like in the United States, there's something called Tornado Alley in the central of the United States, where they have a lot of tornadoes during certain times. In the South, where I'm from, tornadoes, right? California has a lot of fires and stuff. I've gone from getting, worrying about being drowned to being, worried about burning up. But as those things, though, like with the weather patterns, those things, they affect masses of people, not just a few people. Does that make sense? So as we go into the future, those with special abilities and stuff, those that are light workers that want to help other people, as the veil gets thinner, all of your spiritual help is going to be closer to you than ever, and trying to guide you more to help make sure humanity survives. So that's what I was picking up during her message. I mean, it was just a little bitty, just like, oh wow, because she was also talking about illumination, mental illumination, or spiritual illumination, intuition. She was talking about all the things, a lot of the things that was in my reading this morning that I did. A lot of us with intuitive abilities, or just that do readings, are picking up on the similar energies. And to me, it's like when I see them, and I'm talking about the ones like Sand does, and like Eva Everlong Mystic, and wrestling around. And there's a bunch of other ones too, guys, that they do intuitive readings for humanity as a collective. We're not talking about the day-to-day drama of, some of the readers that they pick up more on the energies of the day-to-day life, like, there's somebody that's out to get you, and there's somebody, somebody's been, secretly admiring you from far. We're not talking about, little bitty things. We're talking about bigger shifts of energy. And because everyone picks up readings and does readings on a different way, and I think it's what you open up to, and how the cards or the runes or whatever divination tool that you use, how, what the spirit guides and angels, what your special gifts are, and how they coincide together for you going into the future, being whatever kind of reader that you are. And it just seems like they're trying to prepare us for something. It feels like larger amounts of spirit guides and angels, ancestors, passed on loved ones, maybe working more as a bigger team. I'm like getting this picture of spirit guides and angels and this spiritual help as a mass, and then smaller groups of certain people with abilities, or certain, I don't know, I'm just getting this really weird picture in my head right now. It looks like a nucleus. I think that's what it's called. Like there's like a group of them, and then there's like paths to all these different ones. And it's like they're in charge of different things. Just like, how the archangels are in charge of different things. That's kind of like what I'm getting right here. And it's like they're talking about the spiritual on the other side. It's like they're talking about, well, yeah, we're getting together. We're getting more focused on how we want humanity to move forward to help humanity going into the future. It's just weird how that picture popped into my head. So when I get intuitive hits, guys, y'all know I've been talking about them. And actually, when I went and laid down and took a nap, I actually got I I got a picture of an Oriental lady. She was younger, and she was wearing a long black coat that was like, and I couldn't tell how old she was, but she had one of those cute little short haircuts, and she was walking purposely somewhere, but I don't know what she was going to. But I keep getting these people I've never seen before pop up. Maybe, and some of these people, guys, some of these people may be passed on relatives, friends, aunts, uncles, whatever, of whoever gets my messages and listens to my readings, or even listens to me having a conversation like this with you. They could possibly be someone on the other side, which had occurred to me yesterday. I thought, some of these ones that I'm seeing pictures of, the ones that are passed on, maybe they're just wanting their loved ones to know that they're keeping an eye on them. But this lady was moving. So moving tells me she's alive, but I'm feeling like maybe that's not always going to be the case with some of them. Because sometimes it takes me a while to unpack them, and I get little things later, and I'm like, well, I've already done the video, so. But guys, it's just been, I don't know, I said they're sending me that picture again. Send me that picture again of we're all here, and then we're going to send off an army over here, an army over there. Maybe they're talking about sending out armies to different part of the world to help different collectives of intuitives. I don't know. But I'm just getting this weird picture in my head. And it's just like, I don't know. Anyway, I hope this makes sense, guys, because it feels like something in the future, and I'm not so sure I'm still going to be here, or maybe I'm going to be very old, but it just feels like as more things, as our world and us, as the world changes, as we become more spiritually awakened, it just feels like there's more layers to everything, and it feels like some layers are going to fall off. And I'm not really sure what I'm trying to explain here, but it just feels like there's more, the spiritual army just needs to get bigger and more structured. Maybe that's what they're trying to show me, is more structure of the spiritual help on the other side. Because actually that picture, that does look like something that's very structured. So maybe they're talking about us getting more structured as we go into the future, as more people get connected, spiritually awakened, as more people talk, with social media being what it is. Maybe there's going to be more structure to, I just saw one of Sands. I still see it. A dragonfly. She talks about a dragonfly collective, and I've been seeing a lot of them here recently. I went to the river yesterday and saw a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna go to the river one day soon here, guys, and I'm gonna do a video there. It's absolutely fucking gorgeous. But anyway, so I guess I'm seeing a structured spiritual team on the other side, wanting to guide us as we go into the future. Because there's, like I've been talking about, latent healers. Guys, I'm just getting all these intuitive hits all of a sudden. There's like the newer, spiritually awakened ones that are, and then older people that are now suddenly coming into their gifts, like me. And then they're going to structure it somehow. I don't know, guys. I'm just, sometimes I just start getting all these intuitive hits, and it's just really hard to put it into a thing that I can actually talk about. But I do feel like on the other side, they are becoming more structured, and according to how they think that we're going to need them, and how they want to guide us going into the future. So that's what I got. I love everybody, guys. Some of y'all, this is going to resonate for, and you're gonna go, oh, that explains what I've been seeing, or wow, that's what I've been feeling, or wow, my best friend that's been talking about some of her dreams and some of the things she's been seeing, that kind of describes it. So guys, pay attention, because they're becoming more structured on the other side, and they are, which tells me that because they know what's coming, it's going into the future, it's going to be really important that we do pull together and talk to our friends and family and other people that have spiritual gifts, and how we're going to be required to help those that need us. Those waves of volunteers, like Dolores Cannon talks about. It just, I don't know, guys. Anyway, that's what I got for y'all. If you're feeling like this, like, subscribe, and share if you know someone that needs this information, or if you know someone that's confused, but something they told you resonated, or if something you've been feeling made any sense with what I just said, I'm getting them too, guys. I'm getting all kinds of different intuitive hits, and I really, really, really feel like I'm starting to pick up more on passed on loved ones, and maybe even seeing pictures of some of these people of something that's going to happen in the future. But I do know this information is for someone out there. They didn't bring me all the way to California and have me be here by myself with no distractions with my kids or anything for nothing. They brought me out here for a reason. And it's got to be, to me, it's just got to be that I'm supposed to help you guys too, with no distractions of extra people and stuff around me right now, except the cat. She's asleep right now. Hey, you. That look. All right, guys. So this is what I'm just feeling right now. I hope this helps someone. I hope maybe if you've been feeling confused about something, it helps bring some clarity to you. I really, truly love every single one of you guys, because it's going to take all of us in the future to be able to help other people and to help make sure humanity continues, regardless of what the government does, what things our planet goes through, what kind of natural disasters, what kind of structures that fall apart. We're all going to need each other. Be a light in the darkness, guys. If you have any kind of special gifts that you're wanting to use to help other people, now is the time. Do some research, do some reading. Look up angels, look up spirit guides, look up, psychic dreams, whatever you're going through. Look it up, do some research to try to find some clarity, because there's a lot of information out there and you can Google anything. Okay? All right, guys, I love you. I just know that somebody else is, I cannot be the only person on this planet that's feeling the same intuitive stuff. And I just want to help everybody. All right, guys, I love you. Landon Scott Lighthouse, be a light in the darkness. We all need each other. Ciao.